Alright, so I haven't done a Walking Dead video since 2011, so why not start now? So the mid-season finale of Season 4 of The Walking Dead has just aired, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about Season 4 as a whole so far. I'm not just going to go over the mid-season finale. So let me just start by saying this season overall I have enjoyed, but it's just, there's something missing from it in my opinion. I feel like this entire first half of the season was something that should have happened by the end of Season 3. Because all the stuff that happened tonight should have been done at the end of Season 3. Like, the first episode of this season I really enjoyed. I liked Rick going on that journey with that woman and finally, like, getting his sanity back completely. But the infection storyline from this first half of the season I just found to be boring. Like, it affected people, I guess, but they were just sick and there was no real threat while they were sick. Yeah, they eventually turned into zombies, some of them, but no one important died from the virus, whether it be from zombie bite or the virus itself. So it feels like a non-threat. It just felt like something, it's okay, that's there, why'd you put it in there if it wasn't important? I don't mind the slowness of the season. I like slow-moving character developing shows. But this one, it seems like it's really slowing to a halt, or at least it did until the last few episodes of the season. It just felt like nothing was really happening. Yeah, they were just going on runs, getting food, but there was no real storyline to it until the governor showed up. And let's just get into that. These last two episodes before tonight with the governor, I thought were the best of the season by far. I think the governor was a much more interesting character. He was at least more interesting than what was going on at the prison. And I liked his journey. I liked seeing Hobo Governor at the beginning of that first episode of his. And I like how they kind of faked the governor redemption and then they eventually just brought him back to his evil piece of shit self. And I love the governor. He was a really great villain. It was really interesting to see him go from really just wanting to die to actually having something to live for again, but then becoming the terrible governor that he was last season. And then tonight. Let's just get to tonight now, because that's the meat of this, I would say. So the governor has hostages. He convinces Woodbury 2.0 to go attack the prison, and they did a lot of talking, by the way, like Rick and Governor. That was actually a good chunk of the episode, them just talking about what they were gonna do. And then Christmas got killed. That was sad. And the overall fight on the prison, I thought this was what we should have seen at the end of last season. Because at the end of last season, I was so incredibly disappointed at what happened. I think the whole, like, second half of Season 3 was actually a really big letdown compared to the first half. The fight was intense, I will say that. It was a lot of just, like, shooting back and forth and no one important really would die. Because you had Herschel, he got killed before the shooting even started, and then the governor got killed. I don't think anyone important died. This is the problem here. Because I enjoyed the fight tonight. It was intense, but no one seems to ever die that's important. Because I get why they do that, because certain characters you don't want to kill off because they're popular or because you have more planned for them. It just feels like during these fights that nothing is a threat. Like, zombies come up behind Daryl. It is right on his arm and it cuts and then he has it dead. That's plot armor. That's flat out plot armor. Look, I enjoy watching The Walking Dead. I do. I think it's a really intense show and it's great when it wants to be, but just certain things that the show does, it just kinda, it pulls it down. Like, I loved the first season of Walking Dead and I really enjoyed Season 2 as well. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I did. Season 3, the first half was great, the second half was really just not good, and so far in this, it's just okay. The first half of Season 4, it's just okay. It's better than the second half of Season 3, but it's not much better than anything else we've seen on this show so far, at least in my opinion. I'm interested to see where they go now, because the prison's pretty much, yeah, it's not usable anymore. I have no idea where they're gonna go. I don't know where they go next in the comics, so I'm interested to see what happens in February when the show comes back, and I probably won't start reviewing each episode of this show just because I don't want to. I'll probably end up reviewing Season 4 as a whole by the end of it, so that's that. What do you guys think of this season finale or Season 4 so far? Anything you want to talk about, rate me with the comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there, because if you don't, I'll get my own zombie lake and that will be fun.